I move to the second question. Deputy Imogen.
Ceann when the Minister for Finance came in here on Budget Day last year, he introduced a budget and told us that the worst was over. And all through the year he has been repeating that, telling us that the worst was over, that we had turned the corner, that the government's plan was working. As recently as the 19th of September, in an interview with the Sunday Tribune, he was telling us that we had turned the corner. Now, when he introduced the budget here last year, he told us that there was a remaining $7.5 billion of a budgetary adjustment that would have to be made between last year and 2014. The briefings which were given yesterday by the Department of Finance to the finance spokespersons of the opposition parties show that that $7.5 billion is now way wide of the mark. That the figure that is now being discussed and considered is significantly higher than that, and that the worst is yet to come. Now, I appreciate that not every budgetary figure and not every projection that is made by a Minister for Finance on Budget Day is going to come in bang on the button. But the extent to which the projections are completely wrong, and were completely wrong, is utterly astonishing. I don't know of anywhere else where a Minister for Finance had given a budgetary statement to a Parliament, and within the year the projections in that budgetary statement were just so seriously out of kilter. So my question to you, Taoiseach, is how did the government get the figures so badly wrong? Well, let me take those explanations, Ceann Comhairle. Taoiseach says that the economic outlook now is weaker. Last year, Taoiseach, you were telling us that there would be rapid growth in the Irish economy in 2010. You tell us now that, remind me that I had forgotten, no, I hadn't forgotten about the banking issue, Taoiseach, and you have reminded us that that is adding 20% now to the problem. You'll recall that you yourself said that the cost of the banking crisis will be borne by the sector, and assured us that we weren't going to have to pay anything for it. And we now know that that was that figure, you got that anywhere between 45 and 50 billion wrong. We were given growth projections last year at the time of the budget, which you are now saying are wrong and have to be revised. We were given a figure and a target for the budgetary correction last year over a four-year period, which you are now telling us has to be significantly increased. And the difficulty, Taoiseach, is this, is that having got it wrong so often, so repeatedly, and so dramatically wrong, where's your credibility? I mean, you're offering a process to us, and you've arranged for a meeting with party leaders tomorrow, and I'll attend that. But, you know, look what you're asking us to, the process you're asking us to engage in. It's a process where the government got us into this mess. Every projection, every prediction and projection that you've made over the last 2 years, 2.5 years, has turned out to be wrong, and in most cases, dramatically wrong. You want the opposition to solve the problem for you. You want the people of the country to pay for it. And meanwhile, you want to stay in office. Do you seriously expect us to agree to that?